In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to use an LLC for your business ventures. Let's go ahead and talk about how to use an LLC for your business ventures. A limited liability company, most commonly called an LLC, is a legal business structure that protects your personal assets, which includes your home, car, and personal bank accounts, in the event your company is used. An LLC is most often used to operate a business. In fact, you can have multiple businesses in one LLC. But LLCs can also be used to take titles to assets. For example, an LLC can be created to own real estate. The question you're probably asking yourself is, when should I form an LLC for real estate? For example, an LLC can be created to own real estate, vehicles, boats, and aircraft. The owners of an LLC are called members. It's true. An LLC can be owned by one person. This would be called a single member LLC. Or an LLC can be owned by two or more people, called a multi-member LLC. A LLC is created by filing a form called an LLC Articles of Organization with your state's Secretary of State office or a similar government agency and paying a one-time filing fee. You can find out how much it costs to form an LLC in each state by searching your state's Secretary of State website. The most common question that I get is, why do people form an LLC? The primary reason to form an LLC is for personal asset protection. You have to ask yourself, how important is it to you to separate your personal from your business? By forming an LLC, you create a protective wall between your business and your personal assets. Your personal assets include everything that you own: your home, cars, trucks, bank accounts, investment properties, boats, jewelry, etc. A creditor cannot go after your personal assets. So for example, if your LLC is sued, creditors can only attack the assets of your LLC to settle those business debts and liabilities. Your personal assets are safe and secure. They are not considered a part of the business. Without forming an LLC, your personal assets are at risk if your business is sued. Now, it's important to understand the language that is used with an LLC. There are two common mistakes people make when talking about an LLC. Many of the times, clients that I speak with say, I want to form a limited liability corporation. This is wrong, because there is no such thing as a limited liability corporation. What an LLC stands for is a limited liability company, not a limited liability corporation. Other times I get clients that say, I'm going to LLC myself. Again, this is incorrect. There is no such thing as LLCing yourself. You cannot do that. You can't LLC yourself, but you can form an LLC for your business. The nice thing is an LLC is separate and apart from you. It is not you. It is a separate entity that is viewed by the law as a separate entity. In other words, an extension of you, but not you. What happens is you form and register the LLC. Then you own and manage that LLC, but you yourself are not the LLC. The reason why I share this with you is because as a business owner, you're going to be working and communicating with other individuals, third parties, and other companies. And you want to make sure that the language that you use with your company is exact and accurate. That way, you'll be able to build up that trust and reputation as you continue to build your business and work with others. A common question that I get is, which option is better, an LLC or a corporation? Let's go ahead and discuss the major differences. LLCs are the easiest to maintain, operate, and manage. In other words, LLCs don't have to elect a board of directors, but corporations do. Additionally, LLCs don't need to hold board meetings, while corporations do. LLCs don't have to keep records of all their meetings. Corporations have to keep records of all their meetings. And the major benefit of an LLC over a corporation is that LLCs are not subject to double taxation, while corporations are. As I mentioned earlier, LLCs are the most flexible. This means that LLCs can distribute profits however they want, while corporations cannot. In short, LLCs are the most popular and the most flexible business structure for business owners, entrepreneurs, and real estate investors. And the nice thing is LLCs are affordable to set up. If you decide that you want to be able to register and form an LLC, you'll pay a one-time filing fee to form your LLC. The setup fee is cheap compared to forming other types of business entities, such as a corporation. And what you have to keep in mind is losing your personal assets is much more expensive than setting up your LLC. And what you have to keep in mind is even if the filing fee is expensive in the state that you live in, they are well worth the assurance and the peace of mind knowing that your personal assets is fully protected. In fact, LLCs are low maintenance. Once your LLC is set up, there are only a couple requirements to keeping it active. The first requirement is sending your LLC annual report to the state. The nice thing is not all states require annual reports. And the second requirement is to file your state and local taxes. I mean, other than that, the only additional work you'd need to do is file a simple form if you change your address. LLCs are extremely easy to maintain. So as I discussed in this video, setting up an LLC starts with registering articles of organization with your state. The process is fairly easy, and the most important aspect of the filing is making sure that you do everything correctly. Failure to do the steps correctly and to fill out the form properly will result in an ineffective LLC. And the last thing you want happening is you conducting your business and 6 months later on running into a problem and finding out that your LLC was not properly formed. When a LLC is not properly formed, it is in effect, which means that the benefits that you believed you were receiving, you are not having. So it's important to do everything correctly, but it's nice to know that the process is very straightforward and very easy. And the most important aspect of an LLC is not only that it's easy to operate and manage, but it protects your personal assets. It separates your business from your personal. And again, that's why a majority of entrepreneurs choose to work with us, because they want to protect their assets. They want to be able to open a US business bank account. They want to be able to open a merchant account. And the only way that they're able to do this is if everything is properly done, if the process is properly conducted. So if you happen to have any questions about anything that I talked about today, such as how to use an LLC to continue and grow your business, make sure you click the link in the description box below to schedule your free consultation with a professional who can provide you with more information as to how you can use an LLC to run your business. And if you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button as well as the bell notification so that you won't miss any future videos. If you would like to continue learning more, make sure you click one of these videos here. It's time to invest in yourself. It's time to rise.